Hi guys! Good morning! Come on in, come on in. Let me share this to my groups. Welcome everyone. It is day 2 of the Irresistible AF free Masterclass. As you're coming in, let me know where you're coming in from. Turn on the music a little bit for you guys. Just let me know where you're coming in from. What city, what country. Let's share this to all my different groups so that they can come on in to the party. Who was here yesterday? Were you here yesterday? If you were here yesterday, drop me some pink sparkly hearts emojis in the comments. Or if you watched day 1 already, drop me some pink sparkly heart emojis. And if you were here yesterday, you should have gotten your workbook with your homework for day 1. If you do not have the workbook for day 1, then that means you did not sign up with the link. So I'm gonna drop the link so you can go ahead and join us with the link if you did not join with the link. All right. I'll just drop that in. So that's the link to join for free if you want to make sure that you get all the homework pieces. All right, let's wind down the music. Hey, 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 hey. Hi, Tijane is watching. Hi, darling. Welcome. So you're gonna just wind down the music. All right. So if you were here, so for those of you who don't know who I am Chanel, and this is the Irresistible AF free masterclass. Today is day 2, and today on day 2 we're going to be talking about you being unapologetic in your brand, in your business, online, to your soul people. So let me tell you this. Yesterday we dropped the goods. And I gave you guys some homework, and you are supposed to have with you right now a workbook with your homework. If you do not have the workbook, you need to go ahead and sign up with the link so you can get the workbook with the homework assignments, with the journal prompts and all the different things. We also have some beautiful quote graphics that we're going to be sharing as well, so you can share those, with the things that were the most punchy things for you from the masterclass. You can go ahead and share them. And guess what? When you share, you actually get entered into the draw to win a Rich Babe swag bag. Now we've got hoodies, we got hats, we got journals, we got all the different things inside of the swag bag. All right, so if you want to win that, you can share, and the more you share, the more chances you get to win. Now I've seen you guys shared yesterday, and remember when you shared to tag me, because if you don't tag me, how am I gonna know that you shared? I won't know. So you need to tag me when you do go ahead and share. So you can either screenshot or screen record as you're watching and then share, or when you sign up with the link, there's a little I'm in graphic, you can share that. You can get creative and share. Some people maybe want to make a video and say like, oh my god, I'm in this masterclass, whatever. But you get entries to win every time you share. So go ahead and share that. All right. Now today, I literally was like, okay, what God would you have me share with them today? And I really tuned into like, when it comes to being irresistible AF in your business, because this is for entrepreneurs who want to become the top tier rock star in their industry, right? Like that's who you are, that's what you want. Oh, by the way, guys, this outfit, I was kind of saying to myself, what do I want to wear for you guys today? Like, what's my outfit? And I had bought this dress to wear to this Grinch themed Christmas party last year. And then because I couldn't find anything Grinch colors, and then I found this, but it's kind of like very beach wear. So then I didn't end up wearing it. I ended up wearing something red instead, like a red and white, and so at the end of the day I was like, you know what, why not wear this party dressed with them today? So Let me know if you're liking this neon shocking color. I would not. I don't know. I don't know. I just yeah, it's nice. I like it. Anyway, so today I'm not gonna hold back. I'm not gonna hold back. I literally said to myself, today I'm gonna dive in with you as if you were a client of mine sitting in front of me, and we wanted you to be magnetic. I wanted you to be irresistible. I want when you show up online that your people, they cannot help but buy, right? Now, obviously in day one, we talked about the foundation of magnetism, which is the intuitive aspects of it. We talked about the inner healing, the somatic work. We talked about all that stuff. Today, we're going into a bit of the practical side of things, because this is now where, but it's where the practical meets the human, right? So we have the human and the soul. We have the soul, we have the human, we have the practical side, right? So you're human. When I say human, I'm talking about the emotions, the fears, the oh my God, am I good enough? Are they gonna judge me? What are they gonna think? Can I really say that? Can I really do that? That's when I talk about the human, I'm talking about the mind viruses and the thoughts and the emotions, right? That's what I mean. When I say the soul, we're talking about the intuition, you being the breath of God, all that stuff, right? So we're talking about all these different things. Now, we don't just stop there. We then have, so you have the soul, human, and then we have the practicals, because the practicals are the things that you do in the 3D, and that's the thing that are like the posting, the going in live streams, the price points that you charge, if you make a sales page, if you send an email, these kind of things. And the thing is, the reason why my clients win is because we play in the quantum, we play in the supernatural realm, but we also look at, and I also teach, and I work on this with my clients, the magnetism pieces with how you speak, with what you say, with what you write. That stuff matters. So I'm actually going to mastermind with you or workshop with you on today's call to help you to understand how to allow your work to stand out. So the first thing I want to say is this. You have to have, and you might be hearing this and you might say, oh, I know this and you've learned this before, but it's very different when you're doing it on the back end of intuition, okay? And when you're doing it from the place of boldness. So one of the things I want to say is this, a visual hook, right? And you've heard this before, you're not new in business, you've heard this before, a visual hook. Now, a lot of times when you're in the realm of show up, just post because you should, post because you're meant to post because, you need to be consistent. No, when you are thinking about a visual hook, it is, if my dreamiest client, I know that I didn't say potential client, I said client, meaning the person who has already bought from you. If she saw this, what would she say? So for my power mind, I have a very specific woman in mind. I know how she thinks. I know what she likes. So if I have two pictures in front of me, I think to myself, which one do I know she's gonna like? Because there's a relationship there. And a lot of times we don't have success in our business, or the level we can have, because we don't realize that business is actually a relationship. A business is a relationship. Business is simply put a relationship. When you have your partner, right? Think about when you have your partner and it's their birthday, or it's Christmas, or it's Valentine's Day, or some kind of thing is coming up where there is a gift that's going to be exchanged. You actually think to yourself, oh my God, they don't like chocolate. They like chocolate cake. They like cheesecake. You're not going to get them a chocolate cake for their birthday because you know they like cheesecake. Now remember that you pick this partner or this person because you like them, you love them, they're a match for you. So the people you're picking, the clients that you're speaking to, you are the one that has picked them. You are the one that's a match to them and they're a match to you, right? So it's not like the things that you're going to be doing are things that are random, wayward things. No, it's things that actually are aligned because it's from who you are, right? So you have this partner, they hate chocolate cake. Okay, let's look at it. Let's look at it the flip side. You're the partner, and your partner knows that you don't like chocolate cake. You prefer cheesecake, or they know you don't like cheesecake because you're lactose. So they know you like carrot cake or chocolate cake, right? That's number one. They know that you're not a red rose person. You're a tulips. You like tulips and white roses. They know that you don't like Burberry perfume. They know you like Dior perfume. They know that your favorite color is baby pink or lilac. periwinkle, right? Not orange. And they know that you are a beach person or they know you're a beach girl. And imagine you're blindfolded and it's your birthday or it's an anniversary and you're blindfolded and, but you like beaches, but you like secluded, quiet beaches where there's not like a lot of people. You like that little private kind of vibe. They know that your favorite drink is like a mojito, right? And they know you like wings, barbecued wings. They know you. They know you inside out. They're intimate with you. They're intimate with who you are. They also know that like you get very emotional when you watch certain types of movies, and they know that like you love a certain type of song, or you love certain types of songs. Now imagine it's your birthday or it's your anniversary and your partner comes up to you, right? They come up to you and all of a sudden you're blindfolded. You're in the car and you're hearing all these, let's say you like these like 70s, like these Elvis Presley, like Blue Moon, like you love these kind of, you're like a lover girl, romantic, and you love that kind of song. So you're blindfolded, you're in the car, and all these like, my girl, my girl, my girl, talking about my girl, and all these songs are playing, and you're blindfolded, you don't know where you're going, and then you arrive at this place, you remove the blindfold, and it's this beautiful cottage with like the aesthetic that you love. It's like neutral colors, whites and blacks, and then like there's this beautiful beach. It's private, there's palm trees, there's like a guy with the coconuts, and you get the coconut, and then all of a sudden when you go to dinner, it's they have on their menu, they have like the special type of wing with a special type of like spicy buffalo barbecue mixed wing combo that you love and that you've never heard before, with like blue cheese dip. And then like this is like you're like, wait, what? This is a nice restaurant. But then he turns around, he's like, babe, we're not just here for the restaurant, we're staying here tonight. And when you go in, the room is filled with all these white roses and tulips, and the music that you love came on, and the lighting and the ambiance, and there's like this baby pink outfit for you to wear to bed, you know, to go get freshened up, wink wink, you know what I mean? Like, how obsessed are you right now? Oh, and by the way, the dessert was the carrot cake with cheese, with cream cheese frosting that you love. Wait, no, it's not even the dessert at the restaurant. This is in the room, and he's feeding you, and you have your prosecco that he's feeding you with, right? Or he's making the mojito for you, and like, here you go, baby. Now, obviously, play out your own fantasy, okay? Play out your own manifestation of what you like, your flowers, your drinks, your blah, 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 okay? But let's say your partner did that. How obsessed are you? How you felt seen, you felt heard, you felt understood, you felt valued, you felt like turned on, you felt magnetic, you felt, wow, like cared for, nurtured. And the thing is, business is very much a relationship in that way. When you have, it's not just about the intuition, right? It's the intuition as you are connecting with your soul aligned person. So when you know your soul aligned people, you know that what's bothering them is not about, they don't know how to sell. It's, they don't know why they aren't the top one in their industry yet. They don't know why they're putting in so much effort and it's not working for them yet. Or if it's weight loss, they don't know why they're exercising, they're going to the gym every day, but they're not seeing the shifts in their body, and they're losing hope, they're losing courage. They're wondering like, why is it that like, I want wider hips, but my hips aren't getting wider, like I have hip dips, how can I get rid of the hip dips? You know that like, she's not trying to get fit because she's trying to like be healthy and have vitality. Like, yeah, she cares about that, but it's because she has her friend's wedding coming up and she wants to look good in her bikini, or she has like a party or an event or something to go to, and her ex is gonna be there and she wants him to eat his heart out. Like, you need to know her inner thoughts, her inner feelings, her or him, depending on who you serve, what matters to them. Because what we tend to do as entrepreneurs is we come and we talk about what matters to us. Oh, when I did this, oh, when I have this, oh, when I blah, blah, blah. And we're sharing about it from our space of who we are and what matters to us. And we're not realizing that the person who's on the other end, is not that they don't care about us, they do, but they don't invest from the place of caring about us. They invest from the place of their own desires, their own yearnings, their own fears, their own passions, the things that matter to them. So when you are not looking at the things that matter to them, you're missing an opportunity to speak to their soul. So I want you now, we're going to actually flesh this out with you, and we're actually going to look at this, and I want you to look at it, and I want to see if you could sell the thing you really wanted, right? And I want you to, this is going to be more of an interactive journal. I will put some of these prompts inside of the workbook for day 2, but I want you to be interacting, whether you're watching live or you're watching the replay. I want you to be interacting. So if you, right, let's say you were able to sell any offer at any price point, and you knew it was guaranteed that people were going to buy. You didn't have to wonder, is someone going to buy? What if they don't buy? You don't have to worry about that any at all, right? You knew that they were absolutely going to buy. The string here keeps sticking out. If you knew with great certainty that they were going to buy, or not that they were going to buy, let's say you knew with great certainty. If you knew with great certainty that your people were going to buy, what would you actually sell? What offer would you sell? What price point would you choose? What would the offer be? What would the price point be? Pick the offer, pick the price point. Okay? Have you done that? Type it in the comments. And if you need to, if you're watching this as a replay, you need to pause, you can go ahead and pause. There will also be the workbook for the homework. If you want because the workbook for the homework comes with extended journal prompts as well. And there'll also be like quote graphics that you can share and things like that, and that you can put as screensavers on your phone and have them, for yourself and stuff like that. So if you would like to do that, make sure to sign up with the link so that you get that, because I don't want you to miss the opportunity to get that. So we pick the offer, whether it's your certification program, whether it's that self-study course that you have, you would finally go all in with your self-study courses. Maybe it's your retreat, maybe it's your high-end one-on-one, right? Maybe it's like a VIP day with you. What is the thing that you've been not pulling the trigger on for whatever reason? But if you knew for sure that people are going to buy, what would it be if you would be able to sell it for sure? And you knew for sure that you were ready, you were enough, which you are, by the way. What would it be? Pick that. Pick the thing. Pick the offer. Okay. What's the price point that it would be? Okay. Now, by the way, I have when you're inside the Money Bootcamp, for those of you who come and join me for the Rich Babe MBA, Money and Business Academy, you get access to hot ass offers. So we actually create the offer with you, where we go into the specifics of what's inside the offer, how does the offer work, how to make the offer spicy and magnetic so people want to buy it. And we also talk about offers inside of the Sales Video Revolution as well. Inside the Sales Video Revolution is how to make one video and have people buy from the one video, right? Like an 8-minute video. So maybe you don't want to do sales pages and you just want to make a video, or you want to go live and talk. How to get people to actually buy from your videos. It cuts out the burnout completely, because there's no editing required. It's just what to say in the video, one video, quick video, 7-minute video, 10-minute video, and have people buy. So I talk about offers in there too. So what would your offer actually be if no one was judging you? And I can see you guys coming on. So as you're coming on, say hi to me. Let me know you're here. We're actually masterminding together today. I want you to walk away knowing exactly what you're going to say in your next piece of content to make sales. Okay? So what would the offer be? What would the price point be? Now, I want you to then think about the person who has gotten results. Like, I want you to visualize and imagine the type of person who is naturally, easily gonna get a result with your work. Easily gonna get a result with your work. Your best client, the best type of person who is going to get a result. Like, they're gonna get a result, either because you worked with a person like that before and they've gotten results, or you were the person and you got the results, or you know that this type of person, this type of mindset, this type of character, this type of essence, they will get the result. And I want you to answer this next question. How do they see the problem? Not what you see as a problem. How do they see the problem? Very, very important. Very different, but very important. How do they see the problem? How do they see the problem? She doesn't care about XYZ part of the offer. The person who gets the result, who is your favorite type of person to work with, you have to think about where they're at in the conversation in their head. So for example, we can use a weight loss example again. She's not sitting down saying to herself, oh my God, I want to be healthy. Unless maybe she is. Unless that's the person who you do want to work with. Then you talk about you're tired of waking up. Okay, let me give you an example. Every other day or so, she feels dizzy or woozy, and when she checks, it's her blood pressure. So you're supposed to say something like, you don't have to be wondering if your pressure is going to be high today or if your pressure is going to drop today and feel dizzy anymore. Imagine hanging out with your kids and knowing that like your blood sugar is normal and not because you're continuously on these medications. Because maybe she's struggling with like diabetes or worrying about diabetes or something like that, right? So you want to think about, okay, I have a friend of mine, she's early onset, what's that thing called? Arthritis. Imagine saying to her, and she used to run and she can't run it. She doesn't run as often anymore. Imagine being able to finally go for that run again. Oh, and not have to worry about feeling pins and needles in your feet. That's different. That's a conversation that's in her head. That's where she's actually at. That's what she's navigating. You see? That's what she's navigating. She's not navigating the story of, oh my God, you have to think about the conversation in their head. Just like I gave in the example before of the white roses instead of red roses. The cheesecake with cream cheese icing instead of a chocolate cake. You have to know your person. Okay, hi, thank you, darling. Yes, I shared earlier that I had bought this outfit to wear to a party. It was a Grinch themed party, and I didn't end up wearing it, but it was one of my outfit options for the Grinch themed party. So it was neon green, Christmas vibes, but Grinchy Christmas. So here we are. So Christina, so what we're doing here now, I'm actually masterminding with you guys or brainstorming with you so that you can actually create irresistible messaging that makes people buy, right? Irresistible messaging that makes people buy, and irresistible messaging that makes people buy. So I shared, and for those of you watching the replay, listen again, let it sink in again. But essentially, you have to realize that people don't buy based on what you think is important. And a lot of times I see this happen, especially with well-meaning entrepreneurs, heart-centered entrepreneurs, spiritual entrepreneurs, the hotties of the world. You guys keep talking about the thing that matters to you, but you have to remember that people aren't you. They don't see what you're seeing. You need to think about what matters to them. So I was saying, it's kind of like when if you have a partner, and because business is a relationship, right? So it's if your partner knows that you like cheesecake or carrot cake, and they keep bringing this chocolate cake home, you're not going to touch this stuff, right? You like white roses and tulips, and they keep bringing you orchids. It's yay, thanks, I appreciate the gesture, I love you, thank you. But are they head over heels for it? No, they're not. So business requires intimacy, a certain degree of intimacy with your people, because they have a specific thing that they're thinking about. So what is the offer that you would sell, first of all, if you knew it was guaranteed to sell, and what price point would you charge? That was the first question that I asked. You can type yours in the comments. What would you sell if it was guaranteed to work, that people are going to buy, and what price point would you be charging for it? You can post that in the comments. Then the second thing I said was, who is your actual person? Right? Think about that ideal client who that they value the type of work that you do, and they would buy because maybe they've bought before, or they are a buyer. They're the type of person that would buy. And most importantly, that you can get them the result or the outcome that it is they desire. That is powerful, because when you're selling from that place, you don't have any qualms about it. You know that you're going to be able to help them. You know they're going to buy because you're going to be able to help them. So that's the second thing. But then the third thing is, what is the conversation in their head? When I shared this with my clients, I remember I had this girl. She was brand new to coaching. She was a mom of 3. She had just had her 3rd baby. Young girl, fresh out, not fresh. She was like, because she had the kids while she was like some of them early and then some like on the back end of her being in uni. And so she was coming out of uni. She now had 3 kids and she was starting her coaching business. And she literally had 12 clients in her first month. But this was the work that I did with her around that, because it was really looking at what's the conversation in her people's heads. I had a block before, but had a breakthrough about her doing a deep dive about this exactly. Perfect. So that's what we're talking about today. And that's what we're masterminding about today, or workshopping around today, because I want you guys to be able to leave here and go create something that's irresistible, that stands out to your people. Or at least the process of it, because we'll pick up on the last parts of the stuff tomorrow on day 3, right? So I want you to think about what matters to her. So for example, if it's let's say she's okay, and I know this kind of person very well, because I feel like there have been times where I am this person too. If you come to me and tell me that I need to lift weights and get strong for a specific reason, because you want to be strong, it has to be the reason that matters to me. And here are the reasons that matter to me. Number 1, so that when I'm having my babies, my body is strong enough to hold them and then recovers quickly. Number 2, so that when I'm old, I am strong. I'm not gonna lift weights to look good, honestly speaking, because I already think I look fucking good. So I'm not gonna, if you tell me that, and I see this all the time, because I'm growing my butt for carnival, and I do work out for my butt for carnival. But my friends, like my guy friends who run with me, or like they're gym guys, they're gym bros, they're like, oh, you need to lift heavier weights, or you need to come to the gym with me and I'll help you. I'm like, it's not that serious. Like, it's not that serious for me, the butt for carnival. It's a fun thing. It's not that deep, right? So because it's not that deep for me, them telling me that I need to come to the gym to lift weights for a butt, like, who has time for that? I don't have time for that. I do not wish to leave my house, drive to the gym, spend an hour, then have to drive back home. Ew, no, that's not doing that. What I will do though is I will buy the weights and watch a program on my, thank you, oh my god, you guys love my grinchy dress, thank you. Thanks, Kiana. So I'm not the person that's gonna like leave the house to go to the gym so that I can look good. Like, I feel like I already look good, but I will buy the weights and the mat and the things and have it at home, and then work out when I feel the nudge at 2 p.m. So what would be better to sell to me, or I'm an ideal client for the girl selling her workout program, where you can do it anytime at your own convenience from the comfort of your home. You don't have to leave the gym and go to the gym. That's me. So if you now are the gym bro that's trying to get me to buy from you, you need to meet me at the conversation in my head. Or I'm not buying, because you don't understand me. We don't have that intimacy. We don't have that rapport. So a lot of times we're talking to people based on what we value. He knows that if I come to the gym, my butt's going to grow faster. He does know that. He is right. But it's not that deep for me. So I'm not going to buy. And a lot of times what you have to offer is going to change people's lives, but you're communicating it in a way that they do not give a rat's ass. Sorry, guys. And it's not that you cannot help them, and it's not that you're not the best at the thing, and it's not that they wouldn't get the result. It's that you're not speaking to them in a way that matters to them, about the thing that matters to them. So telling me that I can come to the gym and work on my butt, you're giving me work. You're telling me I need to go now, leave my house, go to the gym, be around people. Like, I'm here struggling. I like to struggle by myself over here. Leave me alone. So the difference is, if he needs to sell me, let's say I am his ideal client. He's like, oh my god, I really want to work with this kind of person. First of all, I think you should speak to people who already value what you want and just sell to them, because I don't believe in coercing or convincing or anything like that. But if he wanted to broaden his market, the best offer for somebody like me would be, you know what, girl, I have an at-home workout program. Immediately I would buy it from him. Because I already know him, I already like him, I already trust him. But now the offer is something that I give a shit about. Now an offer is something that I actually care about. So Christina says, what I just found out is they need to hire me so they have more time to have intimate time with their partner. That's the PG. Okay. So this is the thing. Now I want you to look back at all of your posts over the last let's say 90 days, do they say that? They don't. This is why I'm saying, guys, intuition is a seat of magnetism, but then we need to actually build the legs of this chair. Okay? We need to build the legs of this chair. And the legs of the chair, the thing that it stands on is sound messaging. Because the messaging is like a love letter. The messaging builds intimacy. The messaging is a reflection that I understand you. Because if I don't think you understand me, why am I going to spend? Why am I going to buy if I don't think you get me? If I don't feel heard and understood and seen, it doesn't matter how talented you are, because I do not care, because you're not talking about the thing that actually matters to me in the way that I perceive it. So we have to be able to speak to the people and the conversation in their head. So let me know again. So let's look at it again. I'll give you another example. I'm giving you these examples. Build the legs of the chair. Exactly. Love letter to them. That's how I see. When my email list, I have like, but sometimes it's between 32% and 45% open rate. Can you imagine that? 45% of a list opening all my emails, because I'm writing love letters to you. And before I write, I sit in my house. I'm laying in my bed, laying on my sofa. I'm somewhere, laying down somewhere most times. With a laptop in my lap like this, I'm like this. And I say to myself, God, what would you have me say to her today? And I tune into like, what is she navigating right now? What is going on in her head? And I'm seeing a real person, and I'm actually channeling and tuning into like, what are my people going through? This is why when I make a post and I say something like, the economy is irrelevant or something like that, so many of you liked it, commented on it, or DM'd me and said like, Shanil, I was thinking the same thing. Because you've been watching people complain and you hate it. I know who I'm talking to. Now, are there people who saw it and they're like, this is not true, the economy matters? I'm not talking to them. They literally do not exist. I speak to the people I'm speaking to, and that's all. Like the other day, I posted this post and I said, in this masterclass, I'm going to tell you about the method that I use that helps me to have like 3 proposals in 90 days and also 6x my monthly income in the space of 2 weeks. Somebody reads the post, doesn't read the post, and say, I don't understand why you need 6 proposals. Is this all from the same guy? I'm like, moving right along. Scrolling right, like ignoring this comment. Next. Now, it doesn't mean that this person isn't a match for something else or another thing. They're just not a match for this right now. And I give my attention to the people who are my people. And everybody else, they're fine. They'll find their person. I don't entangle with them. I don't entangle with them in my quantum field, because I create my algorithm. I create the reality of my life. But I share this to say, some people won't get it, but it doesn't matter, because you don't need everybody. If let's say for example, your offer is a $10,000 offer. Let's say it's $1,000 a month over the space of a year, right? $1,000 a month. By the way, guys, there's like a main road, so if you hear any noise, that's because there's a hospital up the road. So, we send prayers to the people. Hopefully everybody's okay. Point is, let's say you have an offer and it's $1,000 a month or whatever, right? Or let's say it's $1,000 a month and you have 10 people in and they're paying every month. That's your 10K month consistently. Let's say it's 2,500, right? Per month. You only need 4 people for your 10K month if they're there consistently, or 8 people and you have 20K month consistently. Like, you don't need everybody to get it. You just need your people to get it. They want to cut time in half, everything they do. So my psychic cheat sheet does that. Do you see now? And I want everybody, as Christina's getting her insights here, you guys do this for yourself as well. Look and see, based on the questions that I'm asking, the prompts I'm giving you in this training, actually look back at your messaging. Are you talking to the people about what matters to them? Going to expand on this, trusting my channel is everything now, to write all this out, my love letter to my soul client. Exactly. I just be writing love letters. People are like, oh, make content. Babe, no. I'm making love letters. Out here we do seductive marketing, seductive sales, okay? Seductive, sassy sales, where it is. And the thing is, it's about being who you are, because you don't want to bring on clients who don't like you for you. So if you talk about God, talk about God. If you curse, curse. Like, don't be afraid. Don't dim any part of you. If you like AI, use your AI. Stop worrying about what people are going to say. Do the things that matter to you, because there's a match for you. Everybody's not a match, but there are your people who are a match. And with 5, 10, 20 people, let's say you charge $500 a month for something, 20 people, you're at, what's that? 5 times 20. This is the math. I should be able to do this off top, guys, but we're just going to use a calculator for the sake of, 500 times 20. That's 10K. That's your 10K. 20 people paying $500 a month. Like, what are we talking about? So Kiana says, my people don't want to spend hours on calls. That's why my hypno audios are for them, because they're really 10 to 15 minutes in and out, potent as fuck. Right, Kiana. So now you say you're tired of the 3-hour long coaching calls. We can shift it in 10 to 15 minutes. She's like, oh. So we want to meet them at the conversation in their head. What else? Keep it coming, guys. Keep it coming. Like, what is the thing that matters to them? So I'm going to give you some more examples so you can dial it in. So I give you the example of me with the working out. I already think I look good. You telling me that I need to work out so I can look good is not going to help me. If you tell me that I should work out so that when I get pregnant and my body's strong so that I can carry the kid and then like recover afterwards, then I'll be listening. But I'm also not thinking about having kids right this minute. So just saying. But for example, that would have been more effective to me. Or telling me that when I'm old, that I will still look like this. Or telling me that when I'm old, I will still be able to run. I will still be, if I have a fall when I'm old, I can recover quickly because I have strong legs. Now you can get me to go to the gym and lift that heavy weights, because now I'm like, oh. Like, people who have strong legs have a lower mortality rate. Did you know that, guys? By the way, people with strong legs are less likely to die. And there's several reasons. One, because you have more mobility in your old age. And number two, because more mobility in your old age. Number two, if you fall, you have a quicker recovery time when you're old. And then number three, because a lot of people who die when they're older is because they no longer have mobility, so then they don't have the activities that they normally do. They can't go out, they can't do this, they don't get to go to their gardening, and that is what actually, like, not having a life is what causes them to like dwindle even faster. So it's like, imagine you're still gonna be able to do this, you're still gonna be able to travel, and you know not need a wheelchair for the plane when you're 97, right? Tell me that. Now I'm in the gym, now I'm lifting weights, now I'm like, it's leg day, because I'm imagining my 97-year-old self stepping through that airplane, right? So you have to think about the conversation that's in their head, and either, so the offer you have on your heart, there's somebody for it. Either speak to the person who is the buyer for that kind of an offer, okay? Either speak to the buyer who's the buyer for that kind of an offer, or you can have supplemental offers for the people who are not necessarily the fit for that. Guys, let me know if you can still hear me, because it just said that my battery was gonna die. I didn't charge I went to bed really early, guys, and then I woke up late. I just slept all night soundly, and then I didn't charge my phone. So let me know if you can still hear me, because the last time that happened where it said my battery was dying, it literally cut out the sound. So I just want to make sure that you guys can actually hear me. Let me know. Just let me know if you can hear me in the chat. Can you hear me? I'll also play it. Oh yeah, you can hear me. I can hear myself. Okay, I just checked it. Yeah, okay, we can hear me. Good. So I'm gonna give you another example. Right? So if you tell me that I should buy your home workout program so that I can, you hear me. Perfect. Thank you. So if you tell me that I should buy your home workout program so that I can look sexy for carnival, that I will do. Perfect. Thank you, guys. Because one time it said, oh, your battery's on 20% and whatever. And then it literally, like, the sound just stopped playing. I was just like, darn it. So at least you can hear me. Okay. So what is the conversation in their head? What is the conversation in their head? What is the conversation in their head? And everybody doesn't have that conversation, but you're not trying to sell to everybody. Look back at your last 90 days of content. Have you been talking about the thing they care about? Or have you been talking about the thing that you see as value? By the way, the things you see as value are still valuable. You should still talk about those things. But to be irresistible, remember this is the Irresistible AF Masterclass, to be irresistible to them, to stand out in their feed, you have to think about them. Stop thinking about you. They don't care about what you think. And this is why sometimes, back in the day, it used to be a big thing where coaches would tell their people, poll your audience, do market research. And it's like, people stop doing market research. But like, if you're not actively coaching a lot of people, go freaking do the market research. And market research doesn't mean now you need to create this crazy survey. You can just reach out to somebody who is the type of person you want to buy from and say, hey, so-and-so, I was wondering, how is it that you see the problem? I feel like you're the type of client I would want to work with, but I'm not sure that my messaging is clear enough. I don't have to necessarily do market research in that way now because I have clients and they come to me with exactly what's in their head. They fill out a welcome packet with exactly what's in their head, right? And here's another, okay, this is gonna be good. Here's a little hack if maybe you don't want to do the market research in that way. In Facebook groups, there are all these people who post about their problems from their perspective. I have a running folder in my Facebook saves. I call it my lingo of soul tribe. Everybody here needs to make a lingo of soul tribe. Every time I see an entrepreneur that I know is like a kind of client that I could easily help and my offer would change her life, I save her post in my lingo of soul tribe folder. And I'm actually going through that folder and like pulling out what's in there because we're going to be selling out this fully turned on power mind and I want them in there. So I need to make sure that I'm speaking to what matters to them. They can't be telling me that they don't eat chocolate cake and I'm like, here's chocolate cake for life. No, because I talked about this in the beginning. For those of you who came on afterwards, I shared this example of like your partner planning the most sexy, delicious, romantic evening with your favorite flowers, the exact type of beach you like, the flavor of the wings, the exact dessert, the color of the nightgown, like everything in your perfect fantasy, right? Is because they're intimate with you. They know you. You would feel so seen, so loved, so heard. Like you would want to do everything with them that night because you're like, oh my God, let's get busy, right? Like you want to rip their clothes off because you're like, oh, I'll take you now. Why? Because you feel so seen and heard. Now, obviously, it's the business version of that. It's the I'll take you now, like sell me everything, right? That's the kind of, it's literally the parallel. But people want to feel seen. So if they are, so Lingo of Soul Tribe, that's one thing I do. Lingo of Soul Tribe. So you can go on Facebook. You don't even go on Facebook. Every time somebody posts something and it sounds like like the other day I saw some girl, like this entrepreneur, successful entrepreneur, 7-figure hottie. She'd be perfect for my one-on-one. And she posted a post saying how she was traveling and she like passed out or something like that, right? Because she's burnt out, you know what I mean? And she's successful. People are like, I want to be like her, she's successful. But she's burnt out, she's falling out, she's like passing out, ending up in the hospital on a holiday. Like who wants to go to the hospital when you're on vacation in a random country? No, thank you, I'm not here for that. Like please, no. So what's her desire? She wishes she could still make the same amount of money or more without having to manage all that stuff. She has like 10 people on her team. Her profit margins are low. You see what I mean? Now, if I'm talking to her about, if I just say, which this is me also like kind of roasting myself in a sense. I'm like, you want to have a fully turned on life. Sounds nice, doesn't it? But if I'm actually creating a post that penetrates, let's say I said to myself, I want her or somebody like her to buy today. That's not hard. I would literally say, another vacation, you're dreading going on your next vacation because you know the last time you passed out and ended up in the hospital. What if that doesn't have to be your reality anymore? Tell me she's not stopping to scroll, to read the whole thing. I could write 50 paragraphs, she's reading the whole thing. I promise you, she's reading the whole thing. She's like, what the fuck? What? Yes. Go on vacation without worrying about if you're going to pass out again. actually make so much money that even that you can pay all 10 of your team members and actually have a decent profit margin this year. She's like, are you? Get out my head. You don't even need to look far. You don't even need to ask somebody about market research, but do the market research, because your offer is good. You are good at what you do. You're called to serve people. You can actually help them. But here you are, instead of being intimate with your clients, you're being selfish. Ooh, I'm so sorry. Ooh. Yes, because you're thinking about your offer and how many people should buy from you. Yay, they're gonna buy. But it has to be about them. It's client-centered sales. It's client-centered sales. It's client-centered sales. So, number one, you can make a little folder called Lingo of Soul Tribe. Save all the little things that the people are saying. You can also do this on YouTube. There are YouTubers who make topics about things that you care about. When I was teaching sensuality, right? So when I was doing feminine energy and sensuality and creating the sensuality journal, the reason that journal sold out so well, like even before it was launched on pre-sale, it was being sold out like crazy. And people from like all over the world, like I've sent this journal to some random countries, the most random countries. But the reason is because when I made my videos on YouTube about seduction and feminine energy, I read the comments. I read what people were saying. Oh my God, you know, I had this trauma from this thing, and my father wound, and my this, and my this, and my this. So when I'm talking, I know who I'm talking to. It doesn't just work with business things, it works with everything. If you work with moms, right? Or let's say you work with new moms, go into groups where they hang out and see what they're talking about, and then speak to that when talking about your offer. Stop just saying like, you're gonna get 3 calls and you're gonna get 5 weeks of this and you're gonna get da 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 da. And I do that too, guys. I do that too. I actually audit at the end of every week, and at the end, literally on Fridays. I don't work on Fridays. I don't do client work on Fridays. I'm usually off Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays. My weekend starts on Thursday night. Last time my friends were like, hey, you wanna go to this concert? I went to bed really early, so I didn't go. But my weekend starts on a Thursday night and I start working half day on a Monday after covering the Monday later on in the morning, right? Like 10, 11, that time is when I like to start working. Why? Because I have a fully turned on life. But anyway, point is, I, on a Friday, review the whole week. I say what worked, what didn't work. I look at what did I share, what didn't I share, what was I selling, what money came in, what money didn't come in, what did I want to come in, what were the emails. And I actually look and I say, oh, you were not talking about it from their perspective at all. You're having fun, which is good. That is important. They need to see that. But you're not actually selling the offer in a way that matters to them. So the next week, I say, what are my intentions? I'm going to refine this. I'm going to refine this. I'm going to refine this. Refine the hooks, refine the headlines, refine. Because sometimes you can make the same post, the same video that you have, that same live stream that you did, the same post that you made, but the hook, the first line that people are seeing, it's disappearing into the abyss because it's not speaking to that part of them that they care about. Okay, so I see you guys are saying all kinds of things. Let's read here. I believe a lot of my posts, because nothing is for nothing, have been to get rid of unaligned people. I don't do manipulation, shady, etc., etc. So now the path is clear for your soul people. Perfect. And this is what I was saying a while ago when I say I share the fun posts. I share the fun posts when my things are on early bird and pre-sale. My messaging gets very specific when it's at full price. So if you already, I know it's going to be good. I know it's going to change people's lives. So if you want to get the early bird and the pre-sale and all that stuff, buy from the fun vibes. The fun vibes will always continue because that's just who I am. But when it's full price, that's when I'm like, okay, deeper price, deeper messaging. So there's none of your posts have lost anything. Nothing you've done is wrong. We're building on top of everything. Everything is building on itself. We're literally creating the compound effect in your business. People will come to your post. Like, I remember this woman, she joined my mastermind and it was like $2,500 a month. And when she joined, I was like, I didn't even know her. I didn't know her. It was my first time seeing her. I said to her when she joined, I'm like, how did you find me? She herself didn't know how she found me. but she signed up for not the Power Mind, this is a mastermind before, which by the way, all of you need to get yourself my Power Mind if you feel called to do that. But anyway, so she joined the mastermind, never met her before, firecracker, like loved her. She just binged everything that I created and bought the same day that she found me. She just binged everything that I created and bought the same day that she found me. So nothing is for waste. Nothing is a waste. But if you start now speaking and you mix it, right? The fun things, the fiery things, the repelling things, mixed in with the deep, intimate posts that speak to their soul. So it's not just every post now needs to be a post that's intimate, but some need to be. And by the way, this is actually a full protocol that I take you through. It's called Posts That Penetrate, how to pierce their soul and make them buy. And I remember when I was selling that actual program, Posts That Penetrate, I was like, why aren't more people buying? And then when I did my Friday review, I looked at the post. I was like, Chanel, none of these posts are posts that penetrate. You're just like chatting and excited. I'm like, oh. Then I wrote, it was a Sunday. I was in bed and I remember because I had these like emerald green sheets and I was living in London at the time, and I remember just laying in my bed. I took a picture of my bedding and my view out my window, and I wrote a post that penetrates. I wrote a post that pierces their soul and makes them buy. And the same day somebody bought, I was like, girl, your shit, you know what you're talking about, girl. You know what you're talking about. So inside of my Rich Babe, you can buy a post that penetrates separately. It's like $1,111 for that course independently. No, $1,875, something like that. Yeah, $1,875 for that course independently, because it comes with a lot of different bonuses and stuff like that as well. Or when you join the Rich Babe MBA, you get instant access to it right now. So you could literally come join us for the Rich Babe MBA, the Money and Business Academy, my boot camp. You could join it now. Spend the next few hours going through that program and literally craft your post that penetrate, that when you post the post, within 4 hours you have 8 people buy. Or like other clients, they post one post, 38 consultation calls booked from one post in a brand new niche on someone else's Facebook group. Can you imagine? You go into a Facebook group in a niche that is new to you, you make one post and have 38 people reach out to book consultation calls with you. Crazy. But that's what happens when you understand how to write posts that penetrate. When I was selling Recoding the Money Wound, one post, and within 4 hours I had 8 people sign up for that program. From one post, one single solitary post. One post. I have a client of mine, she had 13 people sign up for her program from 2 posts. And I share this because if you're making posts and people aren't buying, I just don't want you to be wasting your effort, right? Because you can post once a day if you want, or twice a day if you want, but what if they actually bring you sales? What if every single post is a seed that is sown that's bringing you fruit of financial success, right? Like money in your actual business. So you can either buy it separately. If you buy it separately, you get lifetime access to it, obviously. Or if you can get it when you join the Money Bootcamp. And when you get it when you join the Money Bootcamp, you actually get access to it for as long as you're in. You get access to that. You get access to Posts That Penetrate. And then there's also hot seats and coaching areas too, where I'll be able to like answer any questions and things like that for you. Anyway, where am I? Let's see. Kiana says they want their body. I lost 78 pounds without dieting and exercising, and kept it off for the last 3 years. Let me show you how to release these energetic weights. Listen, I am obsessed. I'm obsessed. That's it. So it's like you're talking to them about the thing that matters. That's what they're thinking about. That's what they're like. Every day they bathe, they literally think about this problem. And they think, oh, I'm going to try this new diet and that new diet, and I'm going to the gym and I'm doing all this stuff, and it's not budging. The reason you can't lose that extra 50 pounds is not because you need to go to the gym some more. It's because, do you see what I mean? Like the post says, it's talking specifically. The reason you still can't lose those 50 pounds, even though you've been going to the gym every time, or you keep restricting your diet. Do you see? Punchy. Or I lost 78 pounds without a single day without dieting or exercise, without a single day in the gym, or something like that, right? Like make it something where when they see it, they immediately think, fuck, I want that. And you can make make both of those posts. You can make one today and then one later today and one tomorrow, but you make the post in a way where don't be unapologetic. Now, here's the thing, and this is why I talked about yesterday, and so I said like what we do today builds on what we did yesterday. Yesterday, we looked at the somatic work and the inner healing work and the intuitive work and boldness. And a lot of times we don't post that post that says, the reason you still can't lose the 50 pounds is because we automatically think, oh my God, but they're going to think I'm being mean. Oh, but that's so harsh, but that's so direct, but is that too straightforward? Are they going to like me? Oh, but I don't want them to feel like I'm fat shaming them. You see what I'm talking about? Boldness. Making fuck tons of money in your business is not the hard work that's required. It's this work that we're talking about here. Intuitive, boldness, unapologeticness, and then the bravery, the badassery to say what needs to be said. With love, because it's still with love, right? Like it's still with love. It's just your hook needs to pull them in, and then you can give them the, I remember when I felt this way, this was a journey, and the truth is you don't have to experience it this way. This is how we alchemize this. In my container, we're gonna fix it so that you can have that body the baddie body that you know is in there, that is hiding behind all that energetic weight that you've taken on to protect yourself. And then adding on a visual hook. And we're gonna talk more about this tomorrow, obviously, like I said, because each day is building on itself. But for example, a visual hook would be the picture of you before. Okay, my battery's still, let me go for my charger. Let me just be a wise woman and go for my charger. But let me know if you can hear me. I'm going for my charger because it's now on 10%, and we're still going. We're still going. Even though I'm wrapping up very shortly, but give me a second, guys. I'm coming. La la la. Hi, she's back. Hi, cuties. We've got our chargers. We're gonna just plug this in. Can you still hear me? I hope you guys can still hear me now, because the last time this thing was disrespectful. It's quite cloudy today. I don't know if you guys can see. It's quite cloudy. I don't know if you can see. Nah, that did not help. Let me see. No, definitely didn't help. There's blue sky right here, I promise, and then like right here is like cloudy. But anyway, that's my view right now. Where were we? Ooh, I'm gonna give you guys a little, sneaky sneak of the kitty cat. Anyway, where were we? So so visual hooks are also gonna be important. So like a before picture of like where you were and then where you are now. And it could literally, oh, you can hear it, perfect. And it can be the same post, but different variations of it. So you could try that same post as a reel and be like, you know that trending, like I'm getting a trending song audio for you, like for, let's see where to post this on Instagram. You know that song that says, and soon you'll be 7 years old, my daddy told me, yeah, you've been lonely, I'm sure you know this song. Y'all work with me here, okay? This is what happens in my world, okay? But that trending song, that's a trending song, and you could do like a screenshot, like flips of like me working out, like put the hook, the same hook we just talked about here, which is I tried everything. I lost 78 pounds. We don't want to give away don't want to give away the payoff too quickly, but a hook that pulls them in about like, are you working out but still can't lose the 50 pounds? Watch this. And then you have like the flips of like you before and the pictures, and then you could put on the screen something like, I was exercising every day, I was on the treadmill or on the bicycle every day, dieting, still didn't, lose the weight, lost some weight, gained it back, lost some weight, gained it back, which is what they're experiencing. And then when it pops up now, it goes to who you are now, the transformation of where you are now, lost 78 pounds, kept it off for 3 years, healed my inner this, released this baggage, and then boom, call to action. This is what we do inside of it. Read the caption, and then you can share more of the story and say like, hey, get my energetic audio clearings that helped to do this. We just made you fuck tons of money. And if it's a passive income audio, we just make you fuck tons of money passively. Yay, you're welcome. La la la. Right? Do you see what we're talking about? By the way, these are the kinds of things that we do inside of the Fully Turned On Power Mind, because the Fully Turned On Power Mind is about massive impact and massive income, and it's about really allowing yourself to get that support on the things that are gaps that you may not always spot. Because it's not like, oh, you need me to teach you the foundation of how to, you are in business, you're visible, but it's just these little shifts that are gonna like skyrocket you. Sometimes just like one shift, and that was the same thing that happened with the client I told you about, where we made a shift in her business, just like literally, I just took her offer, because we do this around your offers, we do this around your marketing, we do this around your branding, we do this around even what you're doing with your client to make it even more aligned so that you're not overworking and they're getting the results quicker. So this client I told you guys about, she came to me and she did my intensive. It was like $5,000 for 3 hours of my time. She booked this $1 million rebrand intensive with me. And in the intensive, I looked at her offer. I looked at her offer and I said, take this off, put this in, let's tweak this part. Based on the alignment of her soul path and who she is, she had $36,000 in 10 days. She paid $5,000. She paid $5,000, and within 10 days, she made $36,000. That's what, 6 times? More than 7 times her return on investment. Why? Because you don't know what you don't know, and if you knew it, you would do it. Like, or you can't see what you can't see. And sometimes your mentor, aka me, has an intuitive gift where I can spot that for you. And the reason, oh, by the way, secret, the reason I can spot that for my clients is because I can actually see my client's client. I can see your client. One of my intuitive gifts is to be able to see who your client actually is. I remember when I was told that this was, because I was doing it and I didn't know that I was doing it. I didn't know that it was a gift that I had. Because for me, it was like, doesn't everybody see this? Doesn't everybody know this? No, everybody does not see their client's client, but I do. And one of my intuitive mentors, when she was saying, Shani, you're spotting their client's thing. I was like, wait, what? But when I started to own it, I actually ended up having, I remember another client of mine, this woman, she came to me. And when she came to me, her block was about her, it wasn't like a marketing block. It was around her resentment of her past coach, because her past coach told her, oh, you need to do ads, and you need to do this, and you need to do that. And she spent all her money doing that. And then she went from making $15,000 a month to doing $0 months, 3 months in a row. She didn't have the money to sign up to work with me, but she found it. She did, I don't know, she asked her husband, she did whatever she needed to do, and she came to work with me in my intensive. And inside of the intensive together, we did the inner healing around this ex-coach thing, so she could actually now open herself to being a coach again. And she made $7,500 within 2 days of her first call. And then within a day of that call, because of us healing the thing and me telling her what her work is with her client, she helped her client to do 10K. Can you imagine? So she does $7,500 and the next day her client makes $10,000 from working with her, right? So I want you to see this, that like I can see your client's actual thing, and so I can see the gap in your marketing and I can see what their thing is, and then we align it so that you actually make sales very easily, right? Love that. So Christina says, I've been writing things down from their posts. I know what my posts are today. Refine is my word. I love it. Momentum, yes, I can feel it. And I've never posted this consistently and with so much fun. I can finally say I love we love selling around here, guys. Guys, I love sales. And one of the things is that sales, I think every woman, and you guys know that this is one of my, if you're in my world for any amount of time, you know that this is one of the ethos I stand by. Every woman should learn the art of selling. When I was going through separation and divorce and moving from Italy, and I used to live in Italy and I was moving to go live in London, my bills were 13 times more, because I went from splitting 50-50 and living in a tiny town on, we have a beachfront property, yes, but it was still like Italy, in the south of Italy, things aren't that expensive. It's a Dolce Vita, you know what I mean? And we're like, I moved and I was there by myself, and now I did high-rise building overlooking London, a 2-bedroom house, 2-bedroom apartment, gorgeous apartment, gym in the building, concierge, lounge, all these kind of things. Excellent life. Love it, love it, love it, love it, love it, love it. My bills were 13 times more because London is one of the most expensive cities on this planet. And I didn't flinch, and I didn't flicker, and I didn't sweat, and I had no problems. Why? Because I knew how to sell. Selling is the highest form of service. When you love selling, you are serving people. The other person on the receiving end, they're getting a chance to say yes to themselves. When I bought this dress, Yes, it was for a party, to go to this Grinch themed party. But did the person did I feel like, oh my god, this person's taking my money? No, it's like, oh my god, I'm gonna get this dress, I'm gonna go to the Grinch party. I bought it for myself. People who buy, they buy things for themselves. You're not selling anybody anything. You're serving them, and they are buying. They're upset. They love it. They want to buy it. They want to buy it. Which, by the way, I for today's pitch, we're just incorporating the pitch into the training. If you know that you want to be inside of the money bootcamp, my boot camp, my Rich Babe Money and Business Academy, I'm gonna drop the link for you for that. It's $397 a month. The 4-month minimum. Obviously, you want to stay for longer than that. Obviously, like duh. But if you join for the year, you actually get a mini intensive with me, similar to what I did with the client I told you about who had the 36K in 10 days. Similar to the one I told you about, she had $7,500 a day after that. After the call, 2 days after the call, when she was doing $0 months, 3 months in a row. Just saying, you get one of that when you pay for the full entire year. You get a bonus mini one of those with me. And if you pay for the 6 months, you actually save $500 off. So you can go ahead and do that. Now, I've been playing with my assistant and I, we've been playing with the concept of like the value of this. Guys, you get penetrate in there. Post that penetrate. That's a $1,800 and something program in its own. And you get that immediately today, right now, when you sign up for that. In fact, let me open my Telegram, because yesterday we talked about somatics, and I'm gonna wrap up shortly. Yesterday we talked about somatics. Let me read one of the wins from one of the hotties inside the bootcamp right now in the Telegram, because we have like a Telegram portal where everybody parties together. So last night, 11:45 p.m. my time. Woke up this morning and saw it. I did the pelvic somatic practice after a little sauna session, and it was fire emoji, fire emoji, fire emoji. I laughed, I cried, I released, feeling great and inspired right now. Thank you, Chanel. Sparkly heart emoji, sparkly heart emoji, sparkly heart emoji. And when you come and join us, you'll be able to see that testimonial right now, today, inside the wins thread from the somatic work. Okay, so we have somatic work, we have Q&A, like people come in here, they ask their questions, and most of all, you get the thing that you need so that you can write, post, and create content that actually has people buy without you burning out, without you overworking. Because let's talk about the post that we just did with Kiana, the little workshopping that we just did with Kiana. When she makes all those sales, did she spend 3 hours? Did she have to do 10 webinars? Did she have to build a sales page? She can if she wants to, she desires to, but she doesn't need to. Because when somebody has been working out and dieting for 10 years, 20 years, probably since they were in high school, they've been doing this, and now they're almost 40 or they're 40 something and they still can't lose the 50 pounds, or since they've had their kids, their body just has not been the same. And you're telling them that they can lose 78 pounds by doing energetic clearing work, and they've tried everything else and it has not worked, and all of a sudden they're seeing your post. It doesn't matter. They are going to buy because they want their body. They want their body. They want to look freaking good. They want to go back to feeling sexy in their body. They want to feel that way again. And this is something that they've been carrying since they were in high school, most likely. Maybe they were bullied in elementary school. Do you think that she won't make freaking sales today? Of course she's going to make sales today. So imagine if we did this on this masterclass here. What do you think happens when you come inside a portal where we're doing that, or when you join the Fully Turned On Power Mind, where we do this? And we're doing it around your bigger vision, around your bigger expansion, around your massive goals. There's no way. There's no way. If you must know yourself. If you know that you won't do it, then don't join. If you know that you won't, if you can't bank on yourself, then don't do it. But if you know that you're the kind of person like, fuck, I know that like if I'm in a container like that, if I get this kind of support, like I know I'm gonna skyrocket, then come home. Come home. It's home. Come home. All right, let's see. Ooh, taking it back. Yes. Ooh, that was playing in my head all night. Stop! Was it really playing in your head? I mean, well, of course it's playing in your head. I mean, I am intuitive after all, of course. Soul family, guys, you're in my soul family. Of course, I'm going to say random things and it's just going to like make sense. Like the other day, I sent this message to, when was it? Wednesday? I sent this message to one of my clients on Rockfish, the private client, and I sent it to her, and it was something about like Bon Jovi. And she's like, no, Chanel, the moment I said it, a Bon Jovi song comes on the radio. And she's like, no way. And I'm like, no way. I'm like, yeah. Because we are smart people. We do the strategy. We know the strategy. Because what I'm talking to you about here today is strategy. Let's be honest, it's strategy. But let's be real. We're intuitive, magnetic AF, okay? let me just drop the Rich Babe MBA Money Bootcamp for you. So like I said, it's $397 right now. I can raise the price at any time. I've been known to do this. So here is the link for the MBA. There you go. And we got that. And then we also have the Fully Turn On Power Mind. Fully Turn On Enroll. I'm gonna give you the link for that. Also, did you guys look at the page for the Fully Turn On Power Mind? How hot is the, come on, so sexy. Here is the link for the Power Mind. And by the way, guys, at the end of this month, the price is going to full price. It is now for the Power Mind. You save, I think it's like, how much is it? $7,500 off. $7,500 off. And you and I are going to be hanging out from now till the end of the year. There's no way this won't be the biggest year for you, the biggest year in your business, of your life. We're going to spend the next few months together till we close off the year. We're going to be meeting in person. We're going to be doing masterminding, things like this, where I'm spotting the blocks for you, spotting the things, we're shifting it. You're going to be surrounded by people who are having the same kind of goals and desires and dreams, and I'm not holding back. And then you have the inner work and the somatics, and we do the deep inner healing work around all the things that need to be done as well. There's no way you will not win in life. Here is it for the boot camp. My Rich Babe MBA Money and Business Academy. Right. Especially because, like I said, I can see your client's soul and what's in their way. Let's see. Okay, where were we? Okay. So yes, it's called 7 Years. Oh, 7 Years. Okay, that's a song. 7 years. Serving on a diamond platter versus bread basket. Ooh, these are the details coming through. Listen. So y'all are gonna be irresistible AF today in your marketing and in your messaging. Yes, right, Kenna does not desire to be burnt out, does not desire to be, I'm not sure what else it doesn't desire because I'm catching on the comments, but yes, right, Kenna, no you don't. All right, so what questions do you have for me? And for those of you who maybe want to do one-on-one, my one-on-one currently is $47K. If you pay in full, when you pay in full for the 8-month option, right? So you can go ahead and reach out to me if you want to do one-on-one, or if you do the Fully Turn On Power Mind, you know, we're going to be doing brainstorming, things like this. There's coaching calls where we do deep stuff, but get into the work of what it needs to be. There's no crazy bunch of like, oh, this course, because you know, like sometimes you sign up for something and then there's like 10,000 courses and it's like you spend your whole time taking courses rather than running your business. We don't do that in the Fully Turn On Power Mind. This is about running the business and then living a fully turned on life, going and making love to your partner, going outside, having fun, traveling, treating your family to things, you know, like I called my dad today. We have like daddy-daughter day on some, not every Friday, but like a lot of Fridays we'll do like daddy-daughter day and we go do stuff. Last week we were in the countryside. So we went to the countryside with my aunts, my cousins, and you know, the little road trip vibes. But that is something that like I get to do, and it's a part of my Friday routine or whatever. Like tomorrow I have like, I want to say hot dates because it's like multiple dates. Anyway, living my life. All right, I'm twirling my hair, saying to my slow climb to twirl her hair while she watches her hubby do the sexy dance. Come on, how hot is that? Do you see how we like activate your magnetic messaging, your magnetic marketing, your magnetic irresistible AF love letters to your people, because we're coming from the place of intimacy, right? And inside of posts that penetrate, for those of you, because maybe some of you are like, you know what, Chanel, I don't necessarily want to be in for 4 months. I don't necessarily want to be in the Power Mind. Which, I mean, why wouldn't you? Come on. Then you want to get penetrate, you can DM me and I'll get you the link for that too. I have questions, but you know me, they don't come out as easily. I'll send a message. Okay, perfect. Go ahead and let me know and I will answer the questions for you, darling. Right? And so you guys have any other questions, let me know, whether it's about the offers I'm selling or whether it's about the training that we did today. And otherwise from that, I guess I will see you tomorrow if there are no questions. I'll give you guys a little more time. And while we do that, I'll wind down the way we started. I remember the ancestors reading. I know lots of dates coming up. Yes, of course. that girl. So let's do a little bit of soca wind down. Activated as fuck right now. Oh my god. Oh my god. I forgot. Guys, you can win a Rich Babe swag bag when you share. So share this live stream right now. Share it on your Instagram. When you share on Instagram, remember to tag me or else I will not see it. So share it. Share. And also share in your Facebook. Share everywhere. And tag me. And you'll get a workbook from today as well. If you sign up with email. If you did not sign up with email, you will not get this workbook. Those of you who did yesterday's sign up with email, you'd have gotten yesterday's workbook. So you'll get workbook for today as well. And I'm also adding into your email some shareable quotes from the fiery, juicy things that we said yesterday. And then also today too. But like yesterday's only included in today's email and vice versa afterwards, all that things, okay? So you can share the quotes, things like, you know, with the breath of God walking around in human form, things like I am worthy, I am meant to be rich, you know. You can put them as your screensaver on your phone, whatever it is to kind of like keep you in the energy and the vibe of this masterclass as well, right? So share, tag me. So far we're going to be writing on all the names of the people who've been entered and like doing the little shaky next week to do the giveaway, right? So there's that. Also, the replays are being added into your own private exclusive members area for you guys who are registered with the link. So you'll be getting access to that too, where you can just, when it comes off Facebook, because you know Facebook will take away the messages, the replays after 30 days. So they say they'll take it down, but you'll be able to go log into the members area and watch it as often as you want and tap back into it as often as you want, right? For life, if you sign up with the link, because we're growing our list around here. Okay. So let's wind down. Do you have any more questions? Let's wind down. This is how we started. Hey, come on. Do the dance. Let's get this soda. Hey. Yes. Come on. And we're going to. Hey, yes. Body needs this. Come on. Remember, guys, we store survival right here. Release. Open yourself to creativity. And I will see you tomorrow for day 3. Bye. And I'll see you inside the boot camp or the power mind or both or one-on-one or penetrate or all the things. Bye.